ولا تغيره الحوادث ولا يخشى الدوائر، يعلم مثاقيل الجبال ومكائل البحار، وعدد قطر الأمطار، وعدد ورق الأشجار، وعدد ما أظلم عليه الليل وما أشرق عليه النهار، ولا تواري منه سماء سماء ولا أرض أرضا، الحلال ما أحللت والحرام ما حرمت، والدين ما شرعت والأمر ما قضيت، الخلق خلقك والعمد عمتك، وأنت الله رؤوف رحيم. وصلى الله تعالى على حبيبه ونبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتاب المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه، أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today, inshallah, we will start with Surah Mu'minun. In the beginning of the Surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks of those qualities that a Muslim should have. Those qualities that a Muslim should have. Umar radiallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, a person who builds these qualities, who has these qualities mentioned in the first 10 ayahs of the surah, will directly go to Jannah. Once again, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, a person who builds these qualities mentioned in the first 10 ayahs of the surah will directly go to Jannah. So without further delay, inshallah, we will start with Surah Mu'minun. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Indeed, the mu'minun, they have succeeded. And what is success? True success is, as Allah Ta'ala says, فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةَ فَقَدْ فَازَ. A person who has dodged the fire of Jannah, thereafter he has been given access to Jannah. Indeed, he is a successful person. الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. And these are the qualities that, inshallah, we hope to build as well. الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. Those who are humble, those who are submissive in their salah, Those who are devoted in salah. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. And these are the qualities that we need to build as well. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. These are people who refrain and abstain from lahu. Now, what is lahu? Anything that does not benefit you in the hereafter. Anything which does not benefit you in the hereafter is lahu. So arguing about phones, arguing about cars, arguing about different matters which will not help you in the hereafter, that is known as lahu. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. These people who are mu'minun, these are people who refrain and abstain from lahu, from useless talk. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. Those who pay zakat, who offer zakat. Now, what is zakat? What is the meaning of zakat? Zakat means to purify. Now, when a person gives zakat, not only is he purifying his wealth by taking a portion out from his wealth, he is also purifying his heart. That's the meaning of zakat. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ إِلَّا عَلَى أَزْوَاجِهِمْ أَوْ مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُهُمْ فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ مَلُومِينَ. These people are those who control their desires. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِأَمَانَاتِهِمْ وَأَهْدِهِمْ رَاعُونَ. Who are mu'mineen? Who are the people? Who are the successful people? These people are those people who preserve and fulfill their trust and their promise. Their trust and their promise. And it's something that if you are breaking someone's trust, this is a bad quality, and this is a quality that munafiqin used to have, as we mentioned earlier. Ayatul munafiq ثلاث إذا حدث كذب وإذا وعد أخلف وإذا اؤتمن خان. That the signs of the hypocrite are three. إذا حدث, when he speaks, he lies. وإذا وعد أخلف, when he makes a promise, he breaks it. وإذا أؤتمن خان, when he is in trust, he breaks it. So this is something that we need to abstain from. والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. These people are those who pray salah on time. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَلَى صَلَوَاتِهِمْ يُحَافِظُونَ. These people are those who offer salah on time. And one beautiful hadith I would like to share before you, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I have given you 5 salah. I have given you ummah 5 salah. And I have taken a promise myself, من حافظ عليهن لوقتهن, those, this is Surah Mu'minun, من حافظ عليه, this is Surah Mu'minun, من حافظ عليهن لوقتهن, those who preserve salah. This is ayah number 9. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَلَى صَلَوَاتِهِمْ يُحَافِظُونَ. Now going back to the hadith, Allah Ta'ala says, I've taken a promise. I've made a promise with myself. من حافظ عليهن لوقتهن, those who offer salah on time, those who preserve their salah, those who pray their salah on time. And one thing we have to understand, my dear respected brothers, upon one occasion, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was asked, Ya Rasulullah, what is the most beloved of deeds to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? قال الصلاة على وقتها. The most meritorious, the most beloved, the most virtuous deed on the face of this earth is to pray salah on time. It's to pray salah, not as-salatu ala waqtiha. So you can only imagine how great of a blessing, how great of a reward this is. Going back to the hadith, those who preserve salah. Okay, this is Surah Mu'minun. The surah is the 23rd Surah Mu'minun. The number is 23. It's in the 18th juz. قد أفلح, the beginning of 18th juz. So those who preserve and those who protect, those who pray salah on time, Allah Ta'ala says, I will enter them into Jannah. This is the reward of that person. It says salah on time. Thereafter, أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْوَارِثُونَ. These are the ones who will inherit. These are the inheritors. الَّذِينَ يَرِثُونَ الْفِرْدَوْسَ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. These people are those people who will inherit Firdaus, who will inherit Jannah, who will receive Jannah and inheritance. هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. Therein, in which they will live forever and ever and ever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among mu'mineen and mu'minat. I mean, now, thereafter Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks of His creation and how strong and how wonderful it is, how beautiful it is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created himself. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ سُلَالَةٍ مِنْ طِينٍ. Indeed, we have created the insan from an extract of dirt. ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين بالعسل made a blood. Then it will take place, which is the leaf of the mother. ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة. After we transformed this nutfa, this drop of sperm, into an alaqa, a clot of blood. فخلقنا العلقة مضغة. After we created this clot of blood into a lump of meat. فخلقنا المضغة عظاما. After we transformed this lump of meat, this lump of flesh, into bones. فكسونا العظام لحما. SubhanAllah, honestly, the beauty of this sentence only lies in Arabic. فكسونا. Kasawna means to clothe. To put on clothes. فكسونا العظام لحما. After now, see if I translate this, and because you can translate this into English, the same sweetness is not lying in English that it lies in Arabic, which lies in Arabic. فكسونا العظام لحما. After we covered it with bones. ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر. They have to be made into a new creation, a different creation. فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. The blessed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the best of creators. The best of creators. And this is something, my Jewish brothers, we have to look forward to. So this should be our goal for the month of Ramadan, to please Allah Ta'ala. That will happen if we please Allah Ta'ala. What will happen after? Inshallah, we will be able to go to Jannah. What will happen in Jannah? And if we are in Jannah, inshallah, we will be able to see Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Today when a person looks at, now the false, he is in state of shock. Today when a person looks at, the Black Canyon, the Northern Lights. Our jaws drop, our eyes are wide open, our spread open. Now, if his creation is so beautiful, what about the Creator himself? If he has given half of the beauty of this world, used by Islam, what about the Creator himself? So this is something we have to look forward to. فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. And indeed, there is no doubt in this. Blessed is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the best of creators. And ثُمَّ إِنَّكُمْ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ لَمَيِّتُونَ. Thereafter, after giving your life, after living your life, you will pass away. A time will come, death will come to you. ثُمَّ إِنَّكُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ تُبْعَثُونَ. After giving your death, after going into your grave, a time will come, and on يوم القيامة, you will be resurrected. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا فَوْقَكُمْ سَبْعَ طَرَائِقَ. Indeed, look above you. We have created 7 ways, 7 skies, and 8 are the ways of ملائكة, which ملائكة. وَمَا كُنَّا عَنِ الْخَلْقِ غَافِلِينَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we are not heedless. We are not unaware of our creation, what our creation is doing. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in another ayah, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ. The people that are oppressing other people, they are insulting, hanging brothers on others. They are people who are spreading corruption. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes this clear by saying, when we created you, we didn't create you anything. We created you for a purpose. And now after we set you free on this earth, we are observing you. We are waiting. We are seeing, we are watching what you are doing. وَمَا كُنَّا عَنِ الْخَلْقِ غَافِلِينَ. Allah Ta'ala is not heedless of this creation. Whether you commit a crime in the darkness of the night, whether you call out to Allah Ta'ala in the air when he's coming, in the deepest part of the ocean, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will still hear. Now moving on to ayah number 15. يَا أَيُّهَا الرُّسُلُ كُلُوا مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَالصَّالِحَاتِ إِنِّي بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ عَلِيمٌ. Now, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala in this ayah, يَا أَيُّهَا الرُّسُلُ, all prophets. Allah Ta'ala is addressing prophets. Now clarify. يَا أَيُّهَا الرُّسُلُ كُلُوا مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَاعْمَلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ إِنِّي بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ عَلِيمٌ. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is telling the prophets to eat halal. كُلُوا مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَاعْمَلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. You have to perform righteous deeds. إِنِّي بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ عَلِيمٌ. Indeed, I am aware of what you are doing. Now, ulama al-Mufassirin, right? This here, يَا أَيُّهَا الرُّسُلُ كُلُوا مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَاعْمَلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. This is referring to their nations. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is directing the prophets to tell the nation, to tell the people, to tell the nation to eat halal. There are 3 things that need to be taken into consideration. First, Allah Ta'ala this is showing the importance of eating halal. The importance of eating halal. وَمِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَاعْمَلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. After Allah Ta'ala says, perform goodness. So ulama al-Mufassirin, right, that it becomes easier for the person to perform the righteous deeds once it consumes halal. A lot of times, today, my dear respected brothers, this is what we'll talk about. And it's not to say a lot of people have complaints as to, regarding their children, regarding their daughters or sons, whatever it may be. They say, our son or daughter, he or she does not feel like coming to the masjid. Or he or she does not feel like reading Quran. They're turning away from Quran. Just a few months ago, I still remember someone had asked me, please talk to my son. My son does not feel great. He has no importance for Islam. So the biggest question is now, we providing with, are we providing our children with halal food? There's nothing like this, like another side is being overlooked. So today, our children or whoever maybe, when they go to school, from their school, they go to other restaurants, or when they're with their friends, they go to other restaurants, they go to McDonald's or whatever it may be. Now they say, just recently someone asked me, is it okay for me to eat a Big Mac? I said, no, it's not okay. And well, it's just beef and chicken, it's cow and chicken, aren't cows and chicken, aren't cows and chicken halal? I said, of course you're halal, but they have not been slaughtered by the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how can they be halal? So these are the basic things that, today we lack. And parents have to watch over their children. And what are the children consuming? The food that they're getting is haram. That's the reason why they don't feel like performing. Have some good. They don't feel like performing salah. Because by eating, as we read in Surah Baqarah, by eating haram, a person falls in the tricks of shaitan. He falls in his trap. Shaitan traps him. But when a person eats halal, when a person is particular, goodness, halal consumption, Allah Ta'ala says, he is easy for that person to perform good deeds. And obviously this is happening as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, يَأْتِي عَنِ النَّاسِ زَمَانًا. But a time will come, a time will befall mankind. لَا يُبَالِ لَهُ. A man will not care, a person will not care. Where is this food coming from? Is it coming from a halal source or is it coming from a haram source? So then when we go to grocery stores, we look at cakes, we look at cupcakes, we look at cookies, we like to eat all this food. We take all this food. Now, the little bit of person out, when he looks back and now he does not check the ingredients. Now it has some haram ingredients. Now he goes home and tells his family members, he goes, now the entire family is eating those haram cookies. Now the entire family, there is lack of unity within the family. There are a lot of problems, domestic issues, financial issues, whatever issues may be. Now, what was the sebab, what was the means of all this chaos and all this calamity and all this problem? That cookie. This is consume something haram. And in a very serious thing, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, how many people do you see go for Hajj? For Hajj today, a lot of people surround the corner. A lot of people, they fly towards Mecca. They fly towards Medina. So it's not that a Hanafi person travels. Now, he has the Sabbath on. And this is also, how many people do you see today? They are holding on to the cover of the Kaaba. They may be drinking the Allah. They may be drinking, but percentage of hadith and du'as are not getting accepted. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, all these people are crying, and they were saying, Allah forgive me. The little nervous person can cry for hours and hours. Allah ta'ala says, I will not listen to you. The du'as are not getting accepted. Why? What do you have the haram? Your upbringing, the clothing that you're wearing is haram. What you eat is haram, what you drink is haram. So Allah used to say, so how can it be accepted? One thing I'd like to ask, are there any voice problems today? Before we move on? Are there any voice problems right now? Okay, that's better now. It looks like I will have to do a recap. So the things that I was talking about, يَا أَيُّهَا الرُّسُلُ كُلُوا مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَاعْمَلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ إِنِّي بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ عَلِيمٌ. Is everyone clear on this, or should I do a small recap? Okay, no worries, inshallah. So this is then again ayah number 51. يا أيها الرسل كلوا من الطيبات واعملوا صالحا إني بما تعملون عليم. A person who then again is very we should sit under, study under the guide or a learned person. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually by saying Ya Ayyuha Rusul, by addressing his prophets, he is directly addressing their nation. That in halal is mandatory for us. كلوا من الطيبات to eat from halal. Thereafter وَعْمَلُوا صَالِحًا. Now ulama al-Mufassirin, right? The reason why Allah Ta'ala has said وَعْمَلُوا صَالِحًا, كلوا من الطيبات, eat halal and perform righteous deeds, is because when a person consumes halal, it becomes easier for him to perform good deeds. Now the recap I'll do, what I was mentioning was that today a lot of people, they have complaints about their children, about their son, about their daughter, whatever it may be. They say they don't feel like praying. This is the biggest issue. The biggest issue today is not that, my son is not actually praying salah. Honestly, it's time to say praying salah is not even that big of an issue. The issue that we have today. Today, let alone pray salah, people are turning away from Islam. Let alone pray salah. Salah comes after. First, you have to come into Islam and then you pray salah. A Catholic cannot pray salah. You have to come into Islam first. They are leaving the fold in Islam. They are not even interested in Islam. Why so? Simply because of haram consumption. Haram consumption. When a person eats haram, he falls under the trap. He falls in the traps of shaitan. He follows his way. He follows his path. This is why Allah Ta'ala has said, وَعْمَلُوا صَالِحًا. When a person eats halal, it becomes very, very easy for him to perform good deeds. And one thing that this is to the parents, now the parents have to be very particular. They have to be very precautious of what their children, what their kids are eating. So it happens, so, and the brothers or the sisters or whatever, they say, we want to go outside with our friends, we want to go out, we want to go to different restaurants, and we get to eat food. And when they go out, little do these parents know they're going to McDonald's. Just recently, a couple of weeks ago, someone asked me, is it okay for me to eat McDonald's? I've been eating from McDonald's. I eat a Big Mac, I eat the Junior McChicken. Is it okay for me? I said, it's not okay for you. Is it how so? Why so? Because, the chicken is halal. By Allah Ta'ala, beef is haram, cow is haram. So how is it haram? I said no, because it has not been slaughtered by the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, in the name of Allah Ta'ala. So how can this be halal? Now, because of this haram consumption, they are turning away from Islam. They don't feel like listening to Quran. And obviously, as the Quran, one of the miracles of the Quran is when a person listens to Quran, it's soft and it's soft. Person is not listening, listening to Quran. The person is not reading Quran. Of course, it's pretty obvious that his heart will harden. Thereafter, no good is able to penetrate. No good can penetrate within his heart. This is why he turns away from Islam. He turns away from Salah. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam also said, يَأْتِي عَلَى النَّاسِ زَمَانًا. A time will come, a time will befall mankind. A person will not care. Is whether a person will not care that the food that I'm eating, is it halal or is it haram? Is it coming from a halal source or is it coming from a haram source? Today, how many of us, we go to different restaurants, ham slaughtered, or machine slaughtered, or whether it's halal or not. We just tend to go to, the food looks really nice, so let's just eat it. When we go to grocery stores, we see very fancy cake with icing, with some fruits on top. We say, wow, this looks so good. But little does this person know this has a haram ingredient. Now, when this person comes over, he's enjoying the cake. He's enjoying the cake. He gives it to his family, he gives it to others. Now his du'as are not accepted. He does not feel like performing good deeds. And this is reality. It's sad to say this is reality. This is what's happening. How many of us actually go to grocery stores and we actually read the ingredients, each and every single ingredient? It makes very spicy. But this is something my dear sponsor brothers we have to take care of. Hajjaj bin Yusuf. And before I get to that, in a beautiful and a very scary hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said that how many people, people go to Kaaba, a person who goes to Kaaba, a person who goes to Mecca, he makes dua to Allah Ta'ala with disheveled hair. with torn clothes. He's traveled a lot. He's traveled for so many kilometers. You know, he's come by foot, walks towards Mecca. After such a long journey, now a person should be thinking, wow, you know, he may get a lot of rewards. You know, he's coming from such a long journey. Look at his hair, look at his clothes, they're torn apart. When he calls on to Allah Ta'ala says the doors are open, the doors are closed for you. My doors of maghfirah are not open for you. Why so? Because look at your clothes, what you're wearing is haram. What you're eating is haram. So when we take interest, with that same interest money we buy clothing, we buy our hats, we buy our clothing. With that same interest money we buy our food. Now that food is not halal. Haram. فَأَنَّا يُسْتَجَابُ. How can I accept a dua? How can I accept a dua? And that due respect to brothers, when a person consumes haram, that haram becomes part of his body. His du'as do not get accepted until or unless that haram portion leaves his body. And it takes a long time. There's a process. After this process, the haram food leaves his body. Hajjaj bin Yusuf, when he wanted to attack a nation, there was a nation who he wanted to attack. So he said, you know, his people said, you know, we can't attack them. These people, their du'as, their mustajabat, whenever they raise their hands, their du'as get accepted. He said, no problem, that's very easy for me. He invited them, and he fed them haram food. After feeding them haram food, he said, now go attack them, their du'as will not get accepted, because it consumed haram. So then, my respected brothers, it is very important for us to eat halal food. Now moving on to 57. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ هُمْ مِنْ خَشْيَةِ رَبِّهِمْ مُشْفِقُونَ وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِآيَاتِ رَبِّهِمْ يُؤْمِنُونَ وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِرَبِّهِمْ لَا يُشْرِكُونَ وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ مَا آتَوْا وَقُلُوبُهُمْ وَجِلَةٌ أَنَّهُمْ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ راجعون أولئك يسارعون في الخيرات وهم لها سابقون ولا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها ولدينا كتاب ينطق بالحق وهم لا يظلمون. Indeed, those people who are soft, whose hearts have softened out of the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِآيَاتِ رَبِّهِمْ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Those who believe in the signs, those who believe in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِرَبِّهِمْ لَا يُشْرِكُونَ. Those who do not associate, those who don't associate any partners with Allah ta'ala. As you mentioned earlier, these are the qualities of a mu'min, as this surah is known, mu'minun. known as المؤمنون والذين يؤتون بما آتوا وقلوبهم وجلة أنهم إلى ربهم راجعون. And those who spend what we have given them, وقلوبهم وجلة, their hearts are fearful أنهم إلى ربهم راجعون, and they are hopeful. And this is why, my dear respected brothers, al-iman is between al-khawf wal-raja. Iman is between fear and hope. As Umar radiallahu anhu used to say, if an announcement were to be made on Yawm al-Qiyamah that every single person will enter into Jannah but one, he said, I think that's me. Umar radiallahu anhu say things. And who is Umar radiallahu anhu? لو كان نبيا بعد لكان عمر. If there were to be a prophet after me, it would be Umar radiallahu anhu. He's saying this. On the other hand, he says, if an announcement were to be made on Yawm al-Qiyamah that each and every single person will go to Jahannam except for one, he said, I think that person will be me. So al-iman is between al-khawf wal-raja. أنهم إلى ربهم راجعون, they're still hopeful, and they're fearful, at the same time they're hopeful of meeting Allah Ta'ala. أولئك يسارعون في الخيرات. These are the ones who hasten in good. They hasten, they are prompt in performing righteous deeds. وهم لها سابقون, and these are the ones who have surpassed others. ولا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها ولدينا كتاب ينطق بالحق وهم لا يظلمون. A person will not be held accountable for something that he's not able to perform, meaning going beyond his capabilities. ولدينا كتاب ينطق بالحق. With us we have a record, a book which speaks the truth. وهم لا يظلمون, and these people will not be punished. They will not be punished. Now, my dear respected brothers, after then again reading a few ayahs of mu'mineen and what their qualities should be, we have to move on to ayah number 99. Now, after giving the qualities of mu'mineen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us a little hint of, and a little, let's say, foresight of what is going to happen to the mujrimin, to the criminals on Yawm al-Qiyamah, and what their condition, what their state is going to be, and what their state will be. حتى إذا جاء أحدهم الموت قال رب ارجعون. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now make us amongst these people. I mean, the state of a disbeliever will be when death will come to him. حتى إذا جاء أحدهم الموت قال رب ارجعون, after seeing angels, and like we mentioned earlier, من تاب إن الله يقبل توبة العبد إن الله يقبل توبة العبد ما لم يخرج. Before the soul leaves his body, if a person does tawbah, Allah Ta'ala accepts his tawbah. Because at that point he's not able to see the unseen. Right as soon as the soul is about to leave his body, he's able to see everything. He's able to see the angels, he's able to see, jinn, he's able to see so many things that a person cannot know, he cannot see in his normal condition. Now this is not iman, because as we mentioned earlier, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ, the quality of a believer is الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ, who believe in the unseen. We are not able to see Allah Ta'ala, but we still believe in Allah Ta'ala. We are not able to see angels, yet we still believe in angels. So when death will come to them, they will say, رَبِّ ارْجِعُونَ, now, one last chance, رَبِّ ارْجِعُونَ, let me go back, one last chance. لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْ. I had an opportunity in this life to pray. I did not pray, let me go back. Let me go back so I can pray my salah. I had an opportunity in this life. I was given an opportunity to go for Hajj. I was not able to go for Hajj. I was a little stingy with that wealth. A little greedy. Can I go back? لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْ, so I can fill those holes that those apertures that I've missed that day. I forgot to give sadaqah that day. I forgot to go for Umrah. I was able to go for Umrah. I did not go. I forgot to give sadaqah. I forgot to do this. لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْ, please let me go back. And we said كَلَّا. And we said to him كَلَّا. Now we have to understand La in Arabic means no. Allah Ta'ala is not simply saying, the angels are not simply saying that you cannot go back. Kalla means never. To clear all doubts, when a person says la, when a person says no. For instance, if you were to ask me for something, if you were to ask me for my phone, I would say, if I say no, you are still hopeful. Either today or tomorrow, I may give it to you. I may give you my phone because there's still doubts now. I haven't made it clear cut. I haven't made it clear. On the other hand, if I say never, now you will lose all hope. If I say never, that means that I will never give it to you. Either me tomorrow, either me the next year. So كلا, it's too late, sorry, no chance. إنها كلمة هو قائلها. Allah Ta'ala says this is something, إنها كلمة هو قائلها. Now these people, they will say, let us go back. Allah Ta'ala says, this is something that was already, ordained. This was something that was already decreed for them to say. إنها كلمة هو قائلها. They were meant to say this. They were going to say this. ومن ورائهم برزخ إلى يوم يبعثون. فإذا نفخ في الصور فلا أنساب بينهم يومئذ ولا يتساءلون. And when the trumpet will be blown, فلا أنساب بينهم يومئذ ولا يتساءلون. Today in this is there still a voice problem? Is there still a voice problem? Okay, alhamdulillah. This is something that I cannot I'm not able to do much about this because the weather outside is bad. Most of you may be in other parts of Canada, other parts of America. But here in Edmonton, for the past few days, it's been cloudy, it's been raining. So, and then again, I can only say Jazakallahu khairan for being patient and for still listening. So, إِنَّهَا كَلِمَةٌ وَقَائِلُهَا, this is something that they were going to say. Now, this was already given for them. فإذا نفخ في الصور فلا أنساب بينهم يومئذ ولا يتساءلون. Ayah number 101. On that day, on Yawm al-Qiyamah, okay, alhamdulillah. On Yawm al-Qiyamah, Because we know today we have, relationships with others. Today when we see our relatives, we say salam to one another, we talk to one another, we see one another. Even if you see your relative outside, you will go to him, you'll say salam to him, you ask him about his nature, you ask him about his, how's everything, how's your family. So for that, people today on that day will forget him. They will forget all the relations. The mother will forget the child, the father will forget the daughter, every single person, they will forget their relationship. They will not even ask one another. Today, for instance, today when you are standing in line, say you are at a party or wherever you are in a platform, standing in a platform. Now you see your cousin. Now your cousin is 2 rows ahead of you, or your cousin is 2 rows behind you. Now you will look at him. You look at him, and you try talking to him because he's your relative. On that day, when I let alone talking, no one will even have. They will look at one another through the corners of their eyes. Through the corners of their eyes. This is how frightening يوم القيامة will be. فمن ثقلت موازينه فأولئك هم المفلحون. And this is true success. So the ayah says, فمن ثقلت موازينه. A person whose scale is heavy. On that day, his good deeds are heavier than his bad deeds. فأولئك هم المفلحون. Those people are the true successors. Those people are the true leaders. Those people are the ones who have succeeded. Now, on Yawm al-Qiyamah, as we've mentioned this earlier, on Yawm al-Qiyamah, a person will not be asked, how many degrees did you acquire? How many degrees have you acquired from Harvard University? Or how many degrees have you acquired from Oxford? What are your math skills? What are your capabilities in English? What was your mark in biology? That's not true success. How much money did you earn? Your net worth was 1 million. What about yours? 2 million? No, that's not how it works. In the courts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَمَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Those who perform righteous deeds. Those who perform righteous deeds, after performing righteous deeds, their good deeds are heavier than their bad deeds. Now, how can our good deeds be heavier than our bad deeds? Simply by performing more righteous deeds. ومن خفت موازينه فأولئك الذين خسروا أنفسهم في جهنم خالدون. Now, as for that person whose deeds, ومن خفت موازينه, whose good deeds are found to be very light. In other words, his bad deeds are heavier than his good deeds. فَأُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ خَسِرُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ. These people are those who have truly destroyed their wealth, their time, they've destroyed themselves. They have lost themselves. فِي جَهَنَّمَ خَالِدُونَ. In Jahannam, there to live forever and ever. تَلْفَحُ وُجُوهَهُمُ النَّارُ وَهُمْ فِيهَا كَالِحُونَ. The fire of Jahannam will roast. تَلْفَحُ وُجُوهَهُمُ النَّارُ. Will roast their faces. As the poet says, Shaman, or that person who is constantly disobeying Allah Ta'ala. أَتَدْرِي مَا جَزَاءُ ذَوِي الْمَعَاصِي. Are you aware of what your outcome is going to be? Are you aware of the outcome of that person who disobeys Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who goes against the command of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala? If you are patient on fire, if you think you can bear the fire of Jahannam, then keep sinning. Then keep sinning, because you think you're really tough, you think you're really strong, you can bear the fire of Jahannam. Let alone bear the fire of Jahannam, you cannot even bear the fire of this earth for more than 5 minutes. So how can you bear the fire of Jahannam? But nevertheless, even if you think you can bear the fire of Jahannam, then you know what? Keep sinning. Go keep sinning. On the other hand, if you know that you can't bear the fire of Jahannam, then come back from Allah. So the fire of Jahannam, the fire of Jahannam will burn your face. وَهُمْ فِيهَا كَالِحُونَ. And the meaning of kalihun is a person whose upper lips will be rolled up and his bottom lips will be rolled down. وَهُمْ فِيهَا كَالِحُونَ. His upper lips will be rolled up, his bottom lips will be rolled down. As a result, his teeth will be shown. وهم فيها كارهون ألم تكن آياتي تتلى عليكم فكنتم بها تكذبون. were my signs, were my ayahs, this Quran. Was this not read before you? أَلَمْ تَكُنْ آيَاتِي تُتْلَى عَلَيْكُمْ فَكُنْتُمْ بِهَا تُكَذِّبُونَ? Was this not read before you? Didn't you see my signs? Didn't you see Muslims fast? Did you not see Muslims fast in the month of Ramadan? Did you not see Muslims go for Hajj? Muslims go for Umrah? All these signs. You look above you, the sky that you see, were there any blemishes in my creation? Look at the earth that you sleep on, that you walk on. This is my creation. Didn't this lead you? Didn't this, by walking on this, by using this, by utilizing this, by eating my fruits, did this not lead you towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And did this not lead you towards Allah ta'ala? My signs were all over the place. But you, فَكُنْتُمْ بِهَا تُكَذِّبُونَ, but you denied all my signs. قَالُوا رَبَّنَا غَلَبَتْ عَلَيْنَا شَقْوَتُنَا وَكُنَّا قَوْمًا ظَالِمِينَ. Ya Allah, our misfortune has overcome us. Our misfortune overcame us. وَكُنَّا قَوْمًا ظَالِمِينَ. We went astray. رَبَّنَا أَخْرِجْ مِنْهَا فَإِنْ عُدْنَا فَإِنَّا ظَالِمُونَ. Ya Allah, grant us permission to leave this place. We want to leave this place. قَالَ اخْسَئُوا فِيهَا وَلَا تُكَلِّمُونَ. Now, in this ayah number 108, the dwellers of Jahannam, the people of Jahannam, they will have five requests. One of them, as we read earlier, perhaps it was the first day, as they would say, Ya Malik liyaqdi alayna rabbuk. Now, because the punishment of Jahannam is unbearable, a person will not be able to bear this punishment. They will say, Ya Malik liyaqdi alayna rabbuk. Ya Malik, ask Allah Ta'ala to give us death. Ya Malik liyaqdi alayna rabbuk. Ask Allah Ta'ala to give us death. At that point, Malik will say, إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ مُقِيمُونَ فِي الْعَذَابِ دَائِمًا. You are to stay here forever and ever. Now, just imagine, my dear respected brother, this is also a punishment that will be given to Jahannam. Now, this answer that Malik will give, Ya Malik liyaqdi alayna rabbuk, قال إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ. إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ, Malik will say to the people of Jahannam. Abdullah bin Abbas sallallahu anhu says he would say this after 1,000 years. Now, this is the last request. ربنا أخرجنا منها فإن عدنا فإنا ظالمون. أخرجنا منها. This is their last request. قال اخسأوا فيها ولا تكلمون. Malik will say this after 7,000 years. إنكم ماكثون in the other surah. This he will say after 1,000 years. In this surah, in Surah Mu'minun, قال اخسأوا فيها ولا تكلمون. This is the last thing that Malik is going to say. Thereafter, there will not be any discussion between Malik and the people of Jahannam. And this will happen after 7,000 years. Just imagine a person who is in pain. Now you have a person who is, or let's say for instance, a person is in jail. Now, you see the doorkeeper there, or, the doorkeeper, or whatever, maybe the officer there. Now you call on to the officer, and days go by, and now you're in pain. Days go by, and he is completely ignoring you. This is also this is not really a physical pain, it's an emotional pain that a person has. This is all a form of punishment. He will say, قَالَ اخْسَئُوا فِيهَا, stay here. As in, you are disgraced. Live here, stay here. وَلَا تُكَلِّمُونَ. Or in other words, قَالَ اخْسَئُوا فِيهَا, I say, اخْسَئُوا means, I won't say stay quiet. The actual meaning of اخْسَئُوا is shut up. قَالَ اخْسَئُوا فِيهَا. That word, وَلَا تُكَلِّمُونَ, and do not speak. This will be said after 7,000 years, and after this, no conversation will take place between Malik and the people of Jahannam. إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَرِيقٌ مِنْ عِبَادِي يَقُولُونَ رَبَّنَا آمَنَّا فَاغْفِرْ لَنَا وَارْحَمْنَا وَأَنْتَ خَيْرُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. Indeed, there were people amongst my creation, amongst my slaves. يقولون ربنا آمنا, Ya Allah, forgive us, فاغفر لنا, Ya Allah, have mercy on us, وارحمنا, have mercy on us, وأنت خير الراحمين, and you are the best of those who have mercy. And who are these people? In فريق من عبادي are muhajirin. فاتخذتموهم سخريا, but you made a mockery out of them, you made fun of them. And who are these people? They made fun of Bilal رضي الله عنه, Suhaib رضي الله عنه, and Ammar رضي الله عنه. حتى أنسوكم ذكري وكنتم منهم تضحكون. إِنِّي جَزَيْتُهُمُ الْيَوْمَ بِمَا صَبَرُوا أَنَّهُمْ هُمُ الْفَائِزُونَ. Today I will recompensate. I will compensate. I will give them something in return. I will give them something because بِمَا صَبَرُوا أَنَّهُمْ هُمُ الْفَائِزُونَ. They were patient in this life. They were patient. أَنَّهُمْ هُمُ الْفَائِزُونَ. These are the true successful people. قَالَ كَمْ لَبِثْتُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ عَدَدَ السِّنِينَ. How long did you stay on this earth? A question I will be asked on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Now there will be different answers for this. قَالُوا لَبِثْنَا يَوْمًا أَوْ بَعْضَ يَوْمٍ فَاسْأَلِ الْعَادِينَ. Now just imagine a person who's been living for 50 years, 60 years. And honestly, it is not too hard to understand. Today, when a person goes to sleep at 11 o'clock, he wakes up at 7 o'clock. Although this person maybe has, he slept around for 7-8 hours, when you ask him how long did you sleep for, he'll say, I've only slept for a few minutes. I've only slept for an hour. So this really makes sense. Now today, I'm going to ask yourself, you've lived 40 years, you lived for 35 years, 30 years, 25 years. Now, does this time really seem like 25 years? Or does it seem like, a day? Does it seem like a day? Or does it seem like 2 days? Or does it seem like half a day? So similarly, these people will say, لَبِثْنَا يَوْمًا أَوْ بَعْضَ يَوْمٍ. Although we've stayed only a day or half a day. قال إن لبثتم إلا قليلا لو أنكم كنتم تعلمون أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا وأنكم إلينا لا ترجعون. Now when people will go to Jannah, people will be in Jannah and people will be in Jahannam. Allah Ta'ala will go to these people, the dwellers of Jannah, and He will say, كم لبثتم في الأرض عدد السنين. How long have you lived on this earth? He will say, لبثنا يوما أو بعض يوم. Ya Allah, a day. Now some people, they will say a day. Now others will say, no, our brothers, they're making a mistake. بعض يوم. We've stayed, not a day, a portion of a day. A fraction of a day, a portion of a day. One morning or either, one evening. So Allah Ta'ala will say, what an amazing transaction you have made. What an amazing transaction you have made. You stayed in this life, you stayed in this world for a few days. You worshipped me for a few days. I asked you to stay away from haram. You stayed away from haram. I asked you to pray. You prayed. You did sajda for a few days. And now look what you have in return. In return, I have given you Jannah. خَالِدِينَ مُخَلَّدُونَ. Now, an announcement. You want to live here forever and ever. Jannah. كم لبثتم في الأرض عدد السنين. Same answer. لبثنا يوما أو بعض يوم. We always stayed for a day or a portion of a day. One evening, one morning. So I will say, بئس ما تجرتم بي. What a horrible transaction you have made. You've made a bad choice. A horrible transaction. You stayed in this world for a few days, according to your claim. You stayed in this world for a few days. You were not able to worship me for a few days. I asked you to stay away from haram. You could not stay away from haram for just a few days. I asked you to pray. I asked you to perform righteous deeds. You could not do this. You cannot do this for limited days. So today for you, عليك غضبي وسخطي. Upon you is my wrath and my anger. امكثوا فيها خالدين مخلدون. You want to stay here forever and ever and ever. So my dear respected brothers and sisters, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us an understanding of, a true understanding of what has been said. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a true understanding of this surah and what has been said in this surah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who receive their book in their right hand and not the left hand. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those whose good deeds are heavier than their bad deeds. Now, inshallah, we'll move on to Surah Nur. We'll not take too long in Surah Nur. Few key things that I mentioned here, few lessons that a person can take. Now, in this surah, now, the purpose of this surah, the main objective of the surah is to stop immoral activities in society. Thereafter, warnings have been given as well. And we won't go into the warnings, and like I mentioned earlier, because this is a live stream, so warnings have been given if a person is, he involves himself in immodest activities, what are some of the punishments, or how will he be reprimanded. Now, this surah also talks about the hadith of ifk. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ جَاءُوا بِالْإِفْكِ عُصْبَةٌ مِّنْكُمْ. in ayah number 11. Now, one question I would like to ask the listeners, and if you can honestly respond quickly, the hadith of ifk. Now, the opinion. Now, I want to know your opinion and your suggestion. Do you wish to do the full lengthy hadith of ifk, how it happened, how it had taken place, the story of Aisha and her necklace, or should we do it very briefly? I need at least 3 to 5 people to say the full story, and if I have nearly 5 people who say the full story, then inshallah we'll do the full story. But one thing I would like to make clear, the full story we'll not do today. The story is very lengthy. Brief is fine. Can I have one? Can I have... Okay. I have 2 for brief and 2 for full. So... I think we need someone for a tiebreaker. I have 2 for brief and 2 for short. 2 for brief and 2 for full. The entire story. Okay, we have the entire story. So inshallah then we'll do the full story. But one thing I would like to say, tomorrow we'll spend more time because the hadith of ifk is actually a very lengthy story. It's a very lengthy story. So we'll briefly talk about it today, inshallah. Just to have some knowledge of hadith of ifk, and inshallah tomorrow we'll cover the full details. Is that okay? Okay, no problem, inshallah. So the hadith of ifk, a very brief story of ifk, inshallah tomorrow we'll do the full story. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he would go for a battle, for a ghazwa, he would take one of his wives. This time he had taken Aisha radiallahu anha to the battle of Ghazwa Bani Mustaliq. On the way back, and Aisha radiallahu anha, she was in her hawdaj, in her carriage. That was a small carriage that would be placed on top of the camel. And this, of course, would be covered. Now, what happened was, on the way back from the journey, from this battle, the battle of Ghazwa Bani Mustaliq, so now these Muslims, along with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this caravan, they were going back to Medina. Now, as we know, when we were traveling, today, let's say we're going to the States, there are pit stops. So if someone has to use the bathroom or someone would like to eat something, so that's what happened. They stopped at a place where people, they would relieve themselves or whatever the case may be. Aisha radiallahu anha, she went out as well. She came out of her hawdaj, out of her carriage. And she went into the jungle. Now, in the jungle, she had her necklace got tied and by with only God knows best, either a branch or the tree trunk, whatever it may be, it must have been. And as a result, she she broke her necklace. Now, as in the midst of this, an announcement was made that everyone, get ready, pack up, we're about to leave. What happened was Aisha her carriage, where she used to sit, it would be carried, it would be lifted, thereafter it would be placed on top of the camel, and the camel would take off. I thought Aisha was young in age, and she was very light. So when they picked up the hawdaj of Aisha and when they placed it on top of the camel, there was no difference. For instance, let's say you have a heavy person, who weighs a lot. If he's sitting, when he comes out of the, out of a place or something, for instance, if a heavy person was there, and if he were to come out, now when these people looked at, they would say, there's something wrong, no one is inside, because it's very late. So Aisha, she was already very late. So when they picked it up, there was no big difference. And so they placed it on top of the camel and they took off. They went towards Medina, along with Rasul. Now when Aisha anha, when she came out, she saw the caravan was gone. So she said, it is not, I will stay here. It will happen so that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because what they would do is they would count people. They would see, who's missing, this person was part of our caravan, now who's missing. They would keep count. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he will open the outlet, he will not find me. After he'll send someone for me. So, and at the same time, I cannot leave, because if I leave, then they will have to backtrack, they will have to look for me here and there. So it's better for me to just stay here. So she stayed there, and she covered herself. Now, Rasulullah appointed Safwan bin Mu'attal radiallahu anhu. Safwan bin Mu'attal radiallahu anhu was that person, when a caravan would go, he would remain behind and he would backtrack to see if any person has left anything behind. Some belongings or whatever it may be, someone's necklace or someone's scarf or whatever it may be, perhaps a sword or a shield, he would pick it up, he would take it with him, and thereafter he would give it to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he would say, Ya Rasulullah, this is what has been left behind. So when Safwan bin Mu'attal radiallahu anhu, when he was coming back, he saw Aisha radiallahu anha. When he first came, he saw someone lying down, covered with a scarf, with a cloth. So when he went close, he saw Aisha radiallahu anha, and Aisha radiallahu anha, she was lying down at that moment. So he thought Aisha radiallahu anha passed away. So he said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. As soon as he said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, Aisha radiallahu anha, she got up and she covered herself. So Safwan bin Mu'attal radiallahu anhu, he, along with Aisha radiallahu anha, they came back to Medina. They came back. When they came back, Abdullah bin Ubay, the munafiq, the biggest munafiq of his ummah, he spread false news, and na'udhu billah, he falsely accused Safwan bin Mu'attal and Aisha radiallahu anha. And they had done something. Na'udhu billah, he falsely accused. Now, he spread this news. At that time, there were also few Sahaba there who took his opinion as well. Who were Muslims who had taken the opinion of Abdullah bin Ubay, this munafiq. And these were 2 males and 1 female. The first one was Hassan bin Thabit radiallahu anhu. These Sahaba, these companions, they also believed in what? They also took his opinion, the opinion of Abdullah bin Ubay. Hassan radiallahu anhu, and Mistah radiallahu anhu, and Hamna radiallahu anha. So Hassan radiallahu anhu, Mistah radiallahu anhu, and Hamna radiallahu anha, they also had taken their side. And they also considered his opinion. They took his opinion, what he had to say, into consideration. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then again, inshallah, we'll do the full story tomorrow. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed these 10 ayahs, and it happened so that even Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was not speaking to Aisha radiallahu anha at that point. After what happened so was, and inshallah we'll cover the full details tomorrow, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed these 10 ayahs, and the word is not coming to mind. He saved, or saved is not the correct word is not coming to mind. He saved, he freed, actually I would say he freed, Allah Ta'ala freed Aisha sallallahu anha of this false accusation. Thereafter in ayah number 22, ولا يأتل أولي الفضل منكم والسعة أن يؤتوا أولي القربى والمساكين والمهاجرين في سبيل الله وليعفوا وليصفحوا ألا تحبون أن يغفر الله لكم والله غفور حليم. Now Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, this was revealed after the incident had taken place. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he was related to Mistah radiallahu anhu, and as we know, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he was blessed with a lot of wealth. He used to provide food, he used to give some wealth, provide Mr. with some wealth. After hearing this, that Mr. has falsely, he is accused Aisha anha of this ifk, he stopped giving him money. He said, I will never give you money. And this ayah was revealed. ولا يأتل أولي الفضل منكم والسعة أن يؤتوا أولي القربى والمساكين والمهاجرين في سبيل الله وليعفوا وليصفحوا. Forgiving is always better. ألا تحبون أن يغفر الله لكم. And look at the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put this into context. Do you not wish that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may forgive your sin as well? Wallahu ghafurur rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forgiving and merciful. Now then again, we'll do some, moving on, we'll do some guidelines that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, some orders that Allah ta'ala has given us. These are orders, these are procedures that a Muslim should adapt, that a Muslim should follow. Moving on to ayah number 27. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا تدخلوا بيوتا غير بيوتكم حتى تستأنسوا وتسلموا على أهلها ذلكم خير لكم لعلكم تذكرون. Now this is then again, my dear spiritual brothers, a very great. Now I'll read the next ayah as well, ayah number 28. فإن لم تجدوا فيها أحدا فلا تدخلوها حتى يؤذن لكم وإن قيل لكم ارجعوا فارجعوا هو أزكى لكم والله بما تعملون عليم. Now here, my dear spiritual brothers, as Allah Ta'ala says, all those people who have believed, لا تدخلوا بيوتا غير بيوتكم, do not enter that house, do not enter a house other than your house until and unless you seek their permission. حتى تستأنسوا وتسلموا على أهلها. Now the way of entering, this is what Allah Ta'ala has taught us, this is what Rasulullah has taught us, how to live our lives, how to live as good Muslims. And this is related to with every single, every single neighbor, every single person. This is not only related to, it's not only confined to Muslims. If you have a non-Muslim neighbor, if you wish to go to his house, you perform the same procedure. You have the same method. You apply the same method. So what is the method? On one occasion, a person, he knocked on the door, and he went to Rasulullah's house. He knocked on the door and he said, أَأَدْلَجُ Ya Rasulullah, أَأَدْلَجُ. Sorry, Ya Rasulullah, أَأَلَجُ. Which means, can I come in? Can I come in? So Rasulullah said, does this person not know how to come in, how to request, how to ask, how to seek permission? So he told one of his slaves, to you go and tell him, at first he should say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, adkhulu. Do I have your permission to enter? Assalamu alaikum, first say salam, and then say, adkhulu. Do I have your permission to enter? And this is my dear friends, it's sad to say a lot of times. This is what we have to teach our children as well. Today, when our children come back from school, right away they slam, they open the door, they come inside and they start talking about school. I did this at school without saying salam, without saying anything, without saying. They enter, they throw their shoes here and there. They take off their jackets and right away sit on the couch and play their PS4, whatever it may be, whatever console they have. An etiquette that we have to teach to others. Likewise, when we are going to, let's say we're going to someone's house, knock, and as we'll read further, knock on the door. Knock on the door, how many times? 3 times. And now, فَإِن لَمْ تَجِدُوا فِيهَا, firstly say Assalamu alaikum, and at the same time, upon one occasion, a person, when he knocks on the door, so Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked, and these are etiquettes that we have to learn. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked, Man ant, who is this? Or man, who is this? So he said, Ana, it is me. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, is it really me? Ana, me? So he said, so the lesson is that a person should go, now the lesson here, ana, is when you go to someone's house and you knock on the door. Now, although this person may know you, although he may recognize your voice, but it is not befitting for a person to say, Assalamu alaikum, it's me. This is not the etiquette of a Muslim. This is not the etiquette that a Muslim should have, a mu'min should have. When you knock on the door, do not say, oh, it's me. Assalamu alaikum, it's me. You didn't recognize me, it's me. This is something we should not say. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, a person should say his name. This is this person, Abdullah bin Imran, this is Abdullah, this is me. This is something that a person has to say. فَإِن لَمْ تَجِدُوا فِيهَا أَحَدًا فَلَا تَدْخُلُوهَا. This is something that, then again, is a very bad habit that a lot of people have. فَإِن لَمْ تَجِدُوا فِيهَا أَحَدًا فَلَا تَدْخُلُوهَا. If you don't find anyone there, Don't go inside. Don't go inside. A lot of times, when we knock on the door, no one comes. Then we try opening the door. We tend to peek inside. If no one is there, we are advised, knock on the door 3 times. No one is there. You don't have to go and start investigating. You're not a police officer. You're not at a crime scene or something like that. Don't open the door. Look inside, peek inside to see where's everyone. If you haven't given permission to enter, then enter. Otherwise, do not enter. وَإِنْ قِيلَ لَكُمْ إِرْجِعُوا فَارْجِعُوا هُوَ أَزْكَىٰ لَكُمْ. SubhanAllah. If someone tells you to go back, you are not welcomed, then go back. It is better for you. This is the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the teaching of Rasulullah. فَارْجِعُوا, go back. هُوَ أَزْكَىٰ, it's better for you. وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ عَلِيمٌ. Thereafter, in ayah number 30, another guideline, كُلِّ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا من أبصارهم ويحفظوا فروجهم ذلك أزكى لكم إن الله خبير بما يصنعون. Now, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is advising the Muslims, the mu'mineen, the mu'minat to preserve their eyesight, to take control of eyesight. And as I mentioned earlier, my dear respected brothers, this is one bill that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. As today we have, we live in a house, we live in a building, whatever it may be. If we don't pay rent, what will happen? You'll be removed. You'll be taken out. You live in a house, you're not paying your hydro bill. You say, let me just, I'll wait for this to pile up. I'll wait for this to pile up. I'll wait for my bills to pile up. And then, I'll pay within 5 years or whatever it may be. That's how it works. They will cut off your water. You're not paying your electricity bill, they will cut off your electricity. What does Allah Ta'ala say? I've said this before in a beautiful hadith. Allah Ta'ala says, Ya Adam, ja'altu laka aynayn, O son of Adam, I've created 2 eyes for you. فانظر بعينيك ما أحللت لك. So see with your eyes what I've made halal for you. فإن أرض ما حرمت لك. Now, if a non-mahram comes before your eyes, if something appears before your eyes which you're not supposed to look at, now this is my bill. Just drop these 2 curtains, close your eyelids. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for anything else in return. Right? By giving us 2 eyes, by giving us 2 hands, Allah Ta'ala has not asked us, but I've given you 2 eyes, now go and give sadaqah. I've given you 2 eyes, now it's mandatory upon you to perform Hajj every single year until your death, until you pass away. No, this is a very simple. Now, subhanAllah, this is the mercy of Allah Ta'ala. Today in this life, you don't pay your water bill, the supply is cut off. Allah Ta'ala says, this is my bill. Now, how about those people who are not following this order? Allah Ta'ala has not taken their eyesight away. Allah Ta'ala has not taken their eyesight away. This is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is something, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to realize. Now, moving on to Allahu Nur Samawati wal Ard, ayah number 35. الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح المصباح في زجاجة الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو تمسسه النار نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Nur Samawati wal Ard, Allah Ta'ala is the light of the heavens and the earth, the sky and the earth. The example of his light is like a niche, a lamp. مثلا نوري كمشكاة, a niche, a lamp. They like a niche which is a lamp. المصباح في زجاجة, the lamp is within a glass. الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة. Now, the glass as if it were a pearly white star lit from the oil of a blessed tree. Neither of the east nor of the west, لا شرقية ولا غربية. يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو تمسسه نار. Now, whose oil would almost glow even if it were not to be touched by fire. نور على نور, light upon light, يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم. The gist of this ayah, the khulasa of this ayah, is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the light that we see in the skies, what we see in the skies, or other places, every source of light comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the source of all light. The light that we see in the sun, or whatever light we see. Any light that we see. Moving on to ayah number 57, another guideline. يا أيها الذين آمنوا ليستأذنكم الذين ملكت أيمانكم والذين لم يبلغوا الحلم منكم 3 مرات. So here, those children who are not married, they have been given advice to seek permission. How many times? 3 times, and 3 different occasions. من قبل صلاة الفجر, before صلاة الفجر, at the time of صلاة الفجر, before صلاة الفجر, وحين تضعون ثيابكم من الظهيرة, at around lower time when people are near Qaydula, ومن بعد صلاة العشاء, and how many, and what time? After صلاة العشاء. 3 عورات لكم ليس عليكم ولا عليهم جناح بعدهن طوافون عليكم بعضكم على بعض كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات والله عليم حكيم. And moving on to the next ayah, وإذا بلغ الأطفال منكم الحلم فليستأذنوا كما استأذن الذين من قبلهم كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته والله عليم حكيم. And this rule also applies for those who are married. You have to ask, knock 3 times, ask permission. If you have been granted permission, then enter. Do not enter without seeking permission. What are the times before Fajr? The time around Dhuhr time, Mahira, and around and after Isha Salah. Alhamdulillah. Then again, these are a few guidelines and a few things that were important lessons that we needed to extract from this. The main lessons. As we've said before, we are not doing a full lengthy tafsir program. This is a very lengthy program. We are only extracting the key points. Now, although don't get me wrong, the entire thing is important, but how what is what we are more in need. Things that are more in need today. With this, alhamdulillah, we have completed our Surah Nur. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll continue with Surah Al-Furqan and the story as well, inshallah. The story with Aisha radiallahu anha. The complete story with full details. I'll say the hadith and then I'll ask questions if you have any suggestions. So, the hadith of today is, as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, الْكَيِّسُ مَنْ دَانَ نَفْسَهُ وَعَمِلَ لِمَا بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ. A smart person is he who examines himself, meaning he looks at himself. Today I have read, this much Quran, tomorrow I should do more. He's always looking to improve himself. That is a smart person. الْكَيِّسُ مَنْ دَانَ نَفْسَهُ, who examines himself, وَعَمِلَ لِمَا بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ, and he prepares himself for the hereafter. He's not really working towards dunya. Whatever he is doing, today he runs around here and there. He runs around here and there, countries to countries, cities to cities, for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah ta'ala. Why is he doing this? He's working for the hereafter. He is a smart person. وَالْعَاجِزُ, a not so smart person is he مَنِ اتَّبَعَ نَفْسَهُ هَوَاهَا وَتَمَنَّى عَلَى اللَّهِ, who follows his desires. He doesn't feel like praying today, doesn't feel like going to the masjid, doesn't feel like doing anything today, follows his desires. He feels like going to a club. Now, he has the money to go for Hajj, but he says, I'll spend my money somewhere else. He has the capability and the ability to fast in the month of Ramadan. How will I, he comes up with different excuses, follows his desires. Then again, thereafter, he relies on the mercy of Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala is Ghafurur Rahim. That's why this was one of the biggest reasons why ulama today, they don't mention the hadith of Man kana akhiru kalamihi la ilaha illallah dakhala jannah. That he whose last words are La ilaha illallah, he will enter into paradise. Or that person who has believed in Allah Ta'ala, who has said La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah once in his life, and who has truly believed that Allah Ta'ala, there is none worthy of worship besides Allah Ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as his last messenger, he will enter into Jannah. This is why ulama do not, they abstain from mentioning this hadith, because people, they tend to rely on this. And this is, this is something that a not so smart person does. وَالْعَاجِزْ مَنِ اتَّبَعَ نَفْسَهُ هَوَاهَا. This entire time he's following his desires. وَتَمَنَّى عَلَى اللَّهِ. I said, لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. I will enter the Jannah. This is something my Jewish person believes. This is something false. This is something that's really, really wrong, and we should not be doing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala abstain us from this. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who work for the hereafter. Now, moving on to the dua. One dua, now for those who have they feel some pain in their body, or perhaps their eyesight is a little weak, or they may have some hearing problem. They have some hearing aid, or whatever the case may be. Try reciting this dua 3 times, and inshallah it will help. Allahumma aafini fi badani, Allahumma aafini fi sam'i, Allahumma aafini fi basari, la ilaha illa ant. 3 times. Allahumma aafini fi badani, Allahumma aafini fi sam'i, Allahumma aafini fi basari, la ilaha illa ant. Ya Allah, grant me afiyah, grant me ease, grant me afiyah, meaning sound health in my body. Allahumma aafini fi sam'i, Allahumma grant me ease, grant me comfort in my hearing. Allahumma aafini fi basari, Ya Allah, grant me ease and comfort in my eyesight. La ilaha illa ant. There is none worthy of worship besides you. Then again, Allahumma aafini fi badani, Allahumma aafini fi sam'i, Allahumma aafini fi basari, la ilaha illa ant. Try reciting this 3 times. 3 times. Now try reciting it thrice in a sitting. Thrice in a sitting. Thrice in a sitting. Now, is there any questions or suggestions, or was there anything that you have missed? وإياكم. I'll ask one last time, inshallah. Are there any questions or something you have missed, or you're still unclear, unsure of something? You can let me know, inshallah. Okay, no worries, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today is one last advice. Today is the Yawm al-Jum'ah. Everyone is advised to recite Surah Kahf. Everyone is advised to recite Surah Kahf today, as well as send as many salutations as a person can on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And one great salutation that we can send on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on Yawm al-Qiyamah, and if you want, you can write this down as well. And this is very virtuous, it's very meritorious as well. Jazallahu anna Muhammadan sallallahu alaihi wasallam bima huwa ahlu. Once again, Jazallahu anna Muhammadan sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, one riwayah, there is ma huwa ahluhu, the other bima huwa ahluhu. Both have the same meaning, both are correct. Jazallahu anna Muhammadan sallallahu alaihi wasallam bima huwa ahluhu. dua once again is Jazallahu anna Muhammadan sallallahu alayhi wa sallam bima huwa ahluhu. The meaning is Jazallahu anna Muhammadan sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compensate, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give rewards to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on our behalf. Bima huwa ahluhu, that reward which he is deserving of, that which he is deserving of, what he is rightful of. This is a very, now since today is Yawm al-Jum'ah as well, one last amal inshallah we can do is a person who recites Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin Nabiy al-Ummi wa ala alihi wa sallim taslima, this durood 80 times. 80 times. Once again, a person who recites this dua, this durood, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin Nabiy al-Ummi wa ala alihi wa sallim taslima 80 times on Yawm al-Jum'ah after Asr Salat, without speaking to anyone, without talking to anyone, right after Asr Salat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will elevate, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will elevate 80 stages of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will erase his 80 years of sins that he is going to commit in the future. 80 years of sin that 80 years of sins in the past, and 80 stages of Jannah as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise him 80 stages. Once again, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin Nabiy al-Ummi wa ala alihi wa sallam taslima. A person who recites it 80 times after Asr Salat on Yawm al-Jum'ah. 80 years of sins will be forgiven. 80 years of sins that a person will commit in the future. 80 years of sin of the past, and 80 stages will be 80 levels of Jannah will also be, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise him 80 levels in Jannah. Now then again, this is to be recited after Asr Salah on Yawm al-Jum'ah on Friday. Now, if you're not aware of this dua, of this durood, now since today it's Yawm al-Jum'ah, we will do one last durood. When Imam Shafi'i radiyallahu anhu passed away, when Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah, someone asked him, he came in the dream of someone. So, I forget the name of that person. He came in and asked him, what was your matter? How did Allah Ta'ala treat you? How did the angels deal with you? So he said, Allah Ta'ala, when the angels looked into my account, they found my good deeds. And of course, they found some errors as well. They found some mistakes. But the reason why Allah Ta'ala had forgiven me was because I used to recite these two durood with consistency. And by reciting these two durood, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven me. And what are these two durood? What are these two salutations? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad bi'adadi man salla wa sam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad bi'adadi man qa'ada wa qam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends salutations on Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, bi'adadi man salla wa sam, equivalent to those who pray and fast. So we can only imagine how many people fast in the world today, billions, and how many people pray today, billions. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad bi'adadi man qa'ada wa qam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give salutations and salutations on Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, equivalent to those who are sitting and equivalent to those who are standing. These are the two main positions that a person, he normally sits in, or either a person is sitting or either a person is standing. These are the two main positions. So this is a dua that leads to durood. We need to send on Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I will write the dua, inshallah. So once again, one last time, Jazakallahu khairan. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad bi'adadi man salla wa sam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad bi'adadi man qa'ada wa qam. Now this is something, my dear spiritual brothers and sisters, and then again, these durood, in order for us to maximize our reward, in order for us to maximize our benefit, we have to be consistent. We have to do this with consistency. Likewise, when a person goes to a gym, he goes to work out. A person does only, this person push-ups a week. After he skips 2 weeks, does another 5 push-ups. Eventually he will have biceps and triceps and whatnot, but it will happen after a very long time. So our du'as will get accepted, but after a long time, depending on Allah Ta'ala. So then again, we have to be consistent. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to perform good deeds with consistency and constantly. Jazakallahu khairan for your time. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.